Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talk with Sri Lankan counterpart. India announces $400 million line of credit. Centre to establish a national coastal mission under National Action Plan on Climate Change. Minister Prakash Javadekar informs Lok Sabha. Assam government taking steps for development of minorities in the state, says Minority Development Minister Ranjit Datta. Sikkim Legislative Assembly passes first supplementary demands for grants for 2019-20 unanimously. And in polo, India B lift 13 Manipur International Polo Tournament trophy in Imphal, defeating England by 6-5 goals. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Anupa, now with the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said that India is committed to partner Sri Lanka in its path to development in a joint press statement after meeting Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa in New Delhi. Modi said India gives priority to its relation with Sri Lanka under its neighbourhood first policy. He said India will fully cooperate with Sri Lanka's fight against terrorism. He announced $50 million line of credit to Sri Lanka to tackle terrorism. Modi also announced a new line of credit of $400 million to Sri Lanka to strengthen its economy. The Sri Lankan President in its statement said India's line of credit of $400 million will further boost Sri Lanka's development. He said Prime Minister Modi has always fought terrorism. The newly elected President of Sri Lanka arrived in the national capital last evening on a state visit to India at Prime Minister Modi's invitation. Mr. Rajapaksa was accorded a ceremonial reception at Rashtrapati Bhavan this morning. Speaking to reporters after a ceremonial welcome at the Rashtrapati Bhavan, Rajapaksa said that he would strive to take his country's bilateral relationship with India to a very high level. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Minister Prakash Javadekar today said that the government has envisaged establishing a national coastal mission under the National Action Plan on Climate Change. Replying to questions in Lok Sabha, Javadekar said the mission aims at addressing impact of climate change on coastal and maritime ecosystems, infrastructure and communities in coastal areas through mitigation measures. The minister said the government has launched integrated coastal zone management project in 2010 to conserve, protect and manage the coastal and maritime ecosystems. Mr. Javadekar said that the total expenditure under this project has been about 1400 crore rupees so far. On the second day of the winter session of Assam Legislative Assembly, replying to a question raised by BJP MLA Teras Gwala on minority people of the state, Minority Development Minister Ranjit Datta said that the state government has taken a number of steps for development of minority community, including schemes like Pradhan Mantri Jan Vikas Karyakram, scholarship, distribution of solar lights and A&M training, among others. Replying to a zero-hour question, Commerce and Industry Minister Sondra Mohan Patwari said that the state government has not received any communication about selling of the 2 paper mills in the state. He also informed the House that the centre has so far released 100 crore rupees for payment of salaries and allowances to the employees of the 2 paper mills. The Sikkim Legislative Assembly today passed the first supplementary demands for grants of the financial year to 2019-20 unanimously. The first batch of supplementary demands for grants of 2019-20 includes 38 grants with a gross expenditure of 45879.88 lakh rupees. The supplementary demands for grants was placed in the House during the financial business in the first day of the session on Thursday by Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang, who is also Minister in charge for Finance Department. The House also paid tributes to the former member of Sikkim Legislative Assembly Tulsi Prasad Pradhan, who passed away recently. The obituary reference was participated by the Speaker L.B. Das, MLA D.T. Lepcha, N.K. Subba and Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang. The House also observed 2 minutes silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul.
Accomplished social worker whose life was our house wishes to extend. honorable members, if anyone is desirous to meet Akasmi.
In Manipur, the 3-day 49 state-level Science, Mathematics and Environment Exhibition SLSMEE for Children 2019 was inaugurated by Education Minister T.H. Radhesham in Imphal on Thursday. The theme was Science and Technology for Sustainable Development. The exhibition was organized by the Science Unit, Department of Education, School in collaboration with NCERT for students from classes 9 to 12. On the inaugural function, Education Minister T.H. Radhesham said that the future of Manipur is in the hands of the young, innovative minds. They need to take a step forward and show the whole world that the state can contribute to the field of science and technologies with innovations. A total of 55 model exhibitors, students and 25 participants of work experience came from various schools of Manipur are taking part in the exhibition.
Technology see munna ne na badakale adana akwani yengada basi akwai model sema kwana competition na muchat ne competition if we want to win in the competition, if we want to become the champion there, other yam relevant oiba topic da sustainable oiba area da.
In Nagaland, to encourage the people for keeping the environment clean, the Sub-Divisional Officer Civil Zakhma and Sadhan Angami Youth Organization SAYO are working together to install waste bins at all strategic locations along the NH02. The waste bins were installed along the NH02 from Fesama to Khuzama check gate today. It is being funded by the National Pollution Control Board and maintained by SAYO. Waste bins were also distributed to all the 17 schools and villages under Zakhma block. Congress party should clarify to the people for misinterpreting Citizenship Amendment Bill CAB 2016, said spokesperson of State Bharatiya Janata Party C.H. Bijoy in a press meet held on Thursday in Imphal. He said that the CAB was the first introduced by the then Central Congress government and had been demanded to implement the bill for the past 67 years since independence. He said after India's independence, Mahatma Gandhi also proposed to implement the CAB in the country so that the people who had parted from India during partition of India and Pakistan could come back in the country. The proposal was resolved by the Second Congress Working Committee to implement it on November 26, 1947, he added. The then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru also gave strict instruction to the then Chief Minister of Assam to approve the settlement of the immigrants in Assam from the then East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, Bijoy said.
Persecuted religious minority haiba terms gi manungda akhoi masana muslim automatically yaujideba hari balam jigi the moi minority na te muslim di majority neba 1947 gi September dagi hona Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi na hari ba miwi group che India da citizens bigi da bani hayo matamda akhoi muslim yahon gi dabne chungpan palam de.
Still in Manipur, two survey teams, one from India and another from Myanmar, were barred from erecting any subsidiary pillars between the controversial border pillar number 82 near Nungkam Satang village and border pillar number 83 by Maring Uparap Assembly, Icham and Nungkam Satang villagers. After getting wind of the situation, Uparap Assembly, Icham and Nungkam Satang villagers took the India survey team towards BP number 82 and explained that the current location of the pillar is wrong as it has encroached around 242 meters into the Indian side. They also provided necessary proofs to prove that their claim and stood against erecting any subsidiary pillars until the issue is resolved. NSD Tripura Center will organize a new device play for children, namely In Your Hand, directed by Mr. Daniel Ellen Kellen, 2 from USA from December 2 to 4 at Nazrul Kalakshetra, Agartala. Addressing a press conference at Agartala on Thursday, Center Director of National School of Drama, Tai Wing, Vijay Kumar said that the main theme of the play is on climate change and its effects on planet Earth. Their aim is to motivate the children to implement the habit which helps them to fight against climate change.
In the U.S.? What we do? But I hope that we can maybe inspire children to think that they have the
climate change. Have you done in USA as well? In
In sports news, India B team today defeated England by 6-5 goals to lift the 13th Manipur International Polo Tournament at the Mapal Kangjebam Imphal, the oldest polo ground in the world. Manipur Governor Dr. Nejma Heptullah presented the trophy to the winners. 5 teams, USA, France, England, India A and India B, have played in the tournament, which started on November 23rd under the aegis of the Manipur Horse Riding and Polo Association. The tournament is a part of the Shanghai Festival and aimed at promoting Manipur polos and ponies. In other sports news, India women's volleyball team has entered the semi-finals of the 13th South Asian Games. In the last Group A match today, India defeated Bangladesh in straight sets 25-8, 25-11 and 25-9 in Kathmandu. Indian girls dominated the opponents through the game. India will now take a runners-up of Group B in the first semi-final tomorrow. Indian men's team will clash with host Nepal later today to secure top position in Group A. In Manipur, 2 girls football teams from Myanmar and their officials who are visiting the state to play exhibition matches against Manipur as part of the 10th edition of the Sangay Festival were given warm welcome at border town More and Kakching today. The 52 members, including players and officials representing Myanmar's Chagyang and Mandalay, were received at the More Trade Center in the border town by the Manipur Government Act East Policy Committee members, including its coordinator Shivadatta Luang. Chagyang girls team will play against Manipur girls team tomorrow at Kakching DSA ground at 1 p.m.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯦꯠꯆ ꯑꯃꯒ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯒꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯛꯄꯗ ꯉꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯄꯤꯔꯤꯕ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯅꯨꯡꯉꯥꯏ
In Tripura, to keep a check on the preparedness of dealing with natural or man-made disaster, a mock drill session was held today at Agartala and other districts of the state. The aim of the exercise was to evaluate emergency response plan and standard operating procedures of district administration. It was also aimed at checking roles and responsibilities of various stakeholders to enhance coordination among emergency support functions of various departments. Several departments, including Tripura Fire Service, Directorate of Health, PWD, NDRF, CAPFs and NGOs participated in the drill. Before we wind up the bulletin, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds talk with Sri Lankan counterpart. India announces $400 million line of credit. Centre to establish a national coastal mission under National Action Plan on Climate Change. Minister Prakash Javadekar informs Lok Sabha. Assam government taking steps for development of minorities in the state, says Minority Development Minister Ranjit Datta. Sikkim Legislative Assembly passes first supplementary demands for grants for 2019-20 unanimously. And in polo, India B lift 13 Manipur International Polo Tournament trophy in Imphal, defeating England by 6-5 goals. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.